Hey guys, Desolator Magic here, and I've got great news. Fabrizio is back. I believe he got like a 1 year ban for manipulating his deck to win, basically. So, pretty severe. It definitely merited a lifetime ban, but he did not get it. And he's won a ton of prize money, over $40,000 last I checked. And it's assumed that he was cheating the entire time. So now he's welcome back into Magic. I would have given him a lifetime ban and also a civil lawsuit for damages saying that the money was fraudulently gotten and he didn't deserve it and he needs to give every penny of the prize money back. They'd almost have to have that in the terms contractually that if you're caught cheating, you back all money because it would never stand up in court. You'd have to prove he was cheating the entire time. But considering the sheer number of cheaters in Magic the Gathering, they absolutely should have just dropped the hammer on him. But nope, he's coming back. So he released a statement on Twitter on Friday, November 16th, and we're going to read through it and analyze it. This is going to be one spicy hot potato. So it's like 4 pages, so I'm just going to burn through it. Also, I have a cold, so I feel like crap, so I don't want to be making videos for a long time. So let's just full blast through this crap. My name is Fabrizio Anteri. I cheated at Magic, and this is the story of what I did. Wow, that sounds like an opening to an after-school special. What was going on in my mind and how the experience of getting suspended changed my mentality? Yeah, when people get caught for being terrible, horrible, lying, thieving, garbage human beings, it does tend to make them change mentally a little bit, but you know what would be even better is an ounce of prevention. So he says, for those of you who don't know what happened, I got disqualified from Grand Prix Manchester 2016 for mana weaving and got suspended for, 18 months the week after. He's making that sound awfully, downplayed. He had such a reputation for cheating from so many people filing so many complaints about him that the judges specifically set up a sting operation, and the very first round that he was playing in, he got caught for cheating, which means that they already knew that he had been cheating for, I think, well over a year is what I heard. And nobody did anything about it. It's just like that last jerk that just got DQ'd for cheating. I didn't even have time to make a damn video on it. Everybody knew that he was a shady, lying piece of human garbage. Everyone knew it. He had been caught cheating like 15 times, but, with plausible deniability, it's just a rumor, and, but everybody knows that he was one of those players that you have to watch and does not deserve to be in the pro circuit at all. Fabrizio was exactly the same. It's like 18 months after this whole year-long song and dance of people trying to get something to happen, absolute bullshit. So he's got section titles here because apparently he's also an author. Actually, for like a non-native English speaker, this is really well written, by the way. Unlike anything from Wizards of the Coast. So what is mana weaving? Mana weaving is sorting your lands into your deck while shuffling between games in such a way to never draw too many or too few lands. Yeah, I don't know if you guys have seen some arena gameplay, but it makes a little bit of a difference if you get mana stranded or flooded. In fact, at FNM, in paper, in any game ever, if your mana is on point, your deck will work perfectly, and if it isn't, you'll be lucky if you can even get one card off past turn 4. So guaranteeing that every single game that you get a perfect mana draw, you are going to come in the top 16 at every tournament. It's that big of an advantage. So putting your land every third card and then shuffling is, by the way, now illegal. A bunch of pros, I would say virtually all of them, wanted it to be against the rules in the first place because they knew people were mana weaving and cheating, but he took it a step further. So let's go on. I haven't read this ahead of time. Let's see what he says about what he did, and then I'll probably correct it with what he actually did. So how exactly were you doing that? Guy who basically wrote a small novel similar to If I Did It by O.J. Simpson? After game 1, I would pile shuffle my deck. Okay. Follow that up with a few mass shuffles. Okay. Then go to the sideboard. Not okay. If anybody does that in that order, you should immediately call them out for doing something. Maybe not call a judge, but like really focus on them. Because if they're going to pile shuffle, which takes forever, then shuffle, and then look at their deck and sideboard it, they've started over at 0 and completely wasted their time, which implies that they're trying to trick you and they're not really shuffling. Once you've changed cards out and seen cards in your deck and put sideboard cards in and out, you need to re-randomize your deck at the same rate as you did before. So there's no reason to shuffle before sideboarding. Oh, and it gets more obvious from here, by the way. This isn't even the whole story. I mean, apparently every single person he played against for years at the Pro Tours and GPs was a massive dumbass. Helen Keller could have caught the fact that he wasn't shuffling after this. So anyway, he says, sideboard, replace cards, whatever, cool. While looking at my deck, I would move the lands around, sorting them between spells. Finally, I would pretend to do some more mash shuffles, but in reality, I would be barely changing the order of the cards. So I thought he was doing one-to-one riff shuffles, but I guess he was doing, actually what I heard was he wasn't shuffling at all, like at all. Like he would just sideboard and then set the deck down. And then people would cut it, which I would catch that at F&M if I was sitting there doing my taxes and not looking. I mean, it's so obvious. So yeah, more sleight of hand magician crap, which everybody will say is hard to catch. It's not. If you know what to look for, it is blatantly easy to catch. So page 2, what? I could just shuffle your deck when you present it to me and you wouldn't get any advantage. Yes, this cheat was targeting the less experienced players I would encounter. See, that's the thing. Let me outline that statement. Every single pro player that is going to cheat against people who don't appear to be absolutely top tier knowledge and experience. Ask any pro when people cheat and who they cheat against, it's that. The ones who are stupid enough to do it on camera are a strange group of their own. That's like a whole nother level of stupidity, but there's probably 10 times more people who just do it in round 1, 2, 3, and 4 to give themselves a huge advantage. And only if it's people that think they can get away with it on. And don't forget rules lawyering and angle shooting. Can't forget that. So, in the early rounds of the Grand Prix, who tend to cut the deck instead of shuffling. Always shuffle your opponent's deck. Always. Except at F&M, that's just being a dick. Unless you suspect them of cheating, then do it. I've done it. One time I suspected somebody of cheating, so I dipped my hands in my empty bowl of delicious hot wings, got them all full of sauce, rubbed Cheeto crumbs all over. No, I'm just kidding. I didn't do that. I would, though. I just didn't. I don't have hot wing and Cheeto money. And plus, I like barbecue way better. So anyway, I know reading all the details of this cheat will make some people angry. Oh, I would hit you in the face with a chair if you were here right now, Fabrizio. I swear up and down. But I think it's important everybody understands how mana weaving works so they can protect themselves from it. Oh, well, aren't you just Saint Fabrizio, the patron saint of martyrdom? My gosh, this is just like the last guy. Wizards needs to ban me so that it prevents other people from doing it. You know what this reminds me of? To Catch a Predator, where they're like, I only showed up to tell this 12-year-old that they shouldn't talk to people on the internet because it's dangerous, and I felt the need to come in person and do that. Sure, you're doing the whole community a favor by warning people about the dangers of, well, I'll say cheating at a card game. Well, good for you, Fabrizio. You're telling people how to catch this so that absolute cheating, thieving assholes stealing prize money from legitimate players and wasting their time and money on hotel stays and travel will be able to catch people like you. That's just, it's the nicest thing I've ever seen a human do for another human. So next up, this is terrible, Mysticama man. He was doing so well. Anyway, what were you even thinking? Oh, this is where, if you thought that'll piss you off. I did skim this. I cheated and I knew what I was doing. There is no excuse or way around it. I can only try to explain the thinking process that got me there. Hey, I bet I could explain it too. You're a greedy, egotistical little bitch who likes the attention, because everybody knows on social media before he got caught, he was parading it around. I'm the best player. I'm the best. Oh, look, Fabrizio won again. If Fabrizio shows up to your tournament, you might as well give up because I'm going to come in first. Who's always the winner? Fabrizio. Like literally just bullshit spewing out of his mouth nonstop on social media that sounded exactly like that. He was the most arrogant prick you've ever seen in the Magic community, and it was all propped up by him cheating. So it was all about ego, it was all about image, it was all about look at me, I'm the best, when every freaking pro player knew that he was cheating. I started cheating in the 2015-2016 season. Bullshit, you started cheating before that. When I was on a hot run, winning GP London the first weekend, then making top 16 in Prague 2 weeks after, and going 15-0 in the Swiss rounds of GP Madrid 2 weekends after that. Everyone was talking about me because you're a fucking cheater. Everyone was messaging me and congratulating me. Yeah, And I bet you love that, you asshole. And by the way, he cheated at those 3 too. I'm not going to believe his bullshit reason that he didn't, that was all natural and he did it himself. Fuck that. I was on top of the world and I got addicted to this feeling. So, guys, if you want to prevent cheating in the future, what you need to do is whoever wins a GP, just send them nothing but hate on social media, apparently. Be like, I'm sure you cheated. You're a terrible person. Wow, you're an arrogant prick. And then they won't be tempted to cheat. That's what he's saying. That's how you prevent it. That was a joke, by the way. Don't do that. I am a very competitive person. There's nothing I enjoy more than having a great match of Magic against the top players. Really? Because you rigged it so you'd win. So apparently you don't like having a great match. By great, you mean you win. So screw you. I want it to happen every weekend. I would rarely get upset for losing a good match. Oh, that's not what I heard. Against an opponent who would play at a good level of Magic is what it should have said. But the idea of losing to the less experienced players early during the tournament and then missing the opportunity to play epic matches of Magic against the best players was very frustrating. There it is, everybody. Everywhere from my old FNM to the Grand Prix and the Pro Tours, they feel entitled. It's the same thing as the I've been playing for 10 years and all I do is net deck. I deserve to win. Your deck is $20. You've only been playing for a year. You don't deserve to beat me. The should have outcome of this match is I should have won. So I'm going to cheat to make it happen. I'm going to overdraw cards. I'm going to swap stuff from my lap because my deck is better and it's just a bad luck if I lose. So I'm going to make sure I win every single match because losing to somebody beneath me should never happen ever. Well, apparently you should learn how variance in Magic works because the mana screw, the mana flood monster comes to bite you in the ass once in a while, and the skill level of your opponent has literally nothing to do with it. I've even heard it's as high as 10 or 11% of matches will just get blown apart by mana problems. But this is the attitude that these arrogant assholes have, where you're so beneath them you don't deserve to win. So even if their perception of their own deck is that it's more powerful and they're a better player and they deserve to win, they still won't accept the fact that, oh, well, maybe they might beat me. Maybe their deck might have an unnatural advantage against mine. Maybe it's a bad matchup. Nope, they deserve to win 100% of games and they are going to cheat until it happens. If you're not in their league, you get 0 wins. And if you even win one match, then, oh, that's unacceptable. I know so many players like that. It is just sickening to me. It goes triple for these alleged, in their own mind, pro players. Just go, this person doesn't deserve to sit down next to me at the GP. Don't they know I just won the last GP? Pfft, I'm just going to cheat. They aren't going to catch me. They're so inexperienced. They should have given me 8 free buys and just sent me to day 2. An enormous amount of pro players have that attitude, and it's what leads them to cheat like this. So that's why I felt entitled to win, well, at least he said it, to win those matches. I thought that winning the match had no importance because they were unlikely to go very far anyway. See, that's the other mental gymnastic that people do. And for me, getting that win would be more meaningful because I had a better chance in the tournament. Exactly. That's why every single time one of the alleged recurring winner top player people at my old LGS from hell, every time I would beat them in round 1, they would drop. They wouldn't even, they could literally go 4-1 and all of their opponents from then on would be easier because they lost to me and their strength of opponent would be high because I usually did pretty damn well. But nope, I shouldn't have lost to Desolator, so they dropped. They're just like, no, I'm going to drop. And half the time it was to screw me over in the rankings because then my strength of opponent would be straight 0s and I would lose the tiebreaker. That really pissed me off. I complained to the staff. They didn't give a shit. They knew it was rigging. They said people can get up and leave whenever they want. I'm like, okay, well then stop matching me up against them. Fun fact, you actually kind of can do that in the tournament software. So page 3 of this horse shit. I heard you claimed it was an honest mistake when it happened. Why would you lie? Maybe so you didn't get caught. That might have something to do with it. Should I even read this bullshit? I instantly felt so ashamed from the moment I got caught. No, you regretted getting caught. You didn't feel ashamed. You have no shame. You cheated for like 2 years. I was trembling and my heartbeat was so accelerated. It's a shame your heart didn't just explode and you had a stroke or die of a heart attack. That would have been a good conclusion. I knew I'd messed up and I didn't want it to get worse. Oh, so he lied about it and tried to cover it up? I know of a certain Canadian who tried that. It went way better because of that. Falsifying evidence and oh my God. I wasn't thinking clearly. I was in total denial about what was happening because he thought he'd never get caught because he's one sly dog. And I said many more stupid and wrong things on social media at the time. And before you got caught, you're kind of an arrogant little bitch before that, actually. But most of all, I couldn't take to tell my mom. That's terrible. I was cheating in the one thing I found success at. Wow, so he is a lifetime failure at everything else. I'm not surprised with his wonderful winning personality. I knew most people wouldn't believe me, but for the few of those who couldn't believe I could do such a thing, I had to try not to let them down in such a disgraceful way. So he didn't think it would work. Wow. What a brilliant decision. How come we didn't hear from you again after such a long time? Maybe because every time he sticks his head up, people would be ready to cut it off with a machete? Like, metaphorically. The first few months were really hard. I had to deal with a part of me that was wrong while everyone was writing posts and sending messages and making YouTube videos about how horrible a human being I was. I think I used that exact phrase. He might actually be referencing one of my videos. I had to get away from it. It was a long process. I had recognized the problem and I had to work on getting better. No, you don't. You don't have to work on shit. You just say, well, I guess I'm not going to cheat anymore. They're done. Like, that was hard. Wow. I met new people, built new friendships. Would you go farm with some goats and shit with, what's his face? I got banned for running basically AIDS in magic form on Facebook. Oh, he climbed a mountain in Tibet and studied with the monks, and then he came back and just decided not to be a dick. He broke into like that castle from Snow White and he goes to the mirror and he's like, magic mirror on the wall. Why am I like this? And then it just popped up going, you're an asshole. Change your name to something that isn't a cleaning product and fuck off back to a different game. Blah, blah, blah. He stopped denying what he had done. He was speaking more freely about it and it became easier. Really, you should have talked to me about it. I would have made it way harder. I noticed the changes and improvements in my attitude and mentality. No, you're probably still an asshole and egotistical piece of shit. I know I've come a long way. I doubt it. But I am also self-aware I could still improve in many areas. See, told you, he's still an asshole. I try to stay humble and open to other people's ideas and advice. Okay, my idea and advice, it's actually both, is to stop fucking cheating and also never play Magic again. I found peace with myself. Told you he climbed a mountain in Tibet. I deeply regret what I've done and I am not ashamed of who I am anymore. You should be. I mean, let's be honest. That's a bit of a stretch. I think he's going a little far with that. He's just delusional at this point. I think this is why I didn't feel the need to go public and look for the approval of others. Really? Because that was your whole entire life before. All right, page 4. Right? I assume that's how he meant for it to be read. And let me guess, you've changed now. You are sorry and we should welcome you back into the community. I swear to you guys, I didn't write that. He wrote that. I'm not saying I wouldn't type up a fake page 4 and put it in, but just I had too much work to do today. This is the hard part. I can't change the past. Bullshit. Get a time machine. And I can't give back the opportunities I've stolen. You literally can. You still have the prize money. You literally can give back the opportunity, or as I like to call it, the prize money, because it was an opportunity to win prize money. Well, we all know he's not going to do that. So I don't intend either to buy my way back into the community through donations or promises. Yeah, people would see right through it if you're like, I'm going to donate $5,000 to the ASPCA because I'm a cheating asshole. That's what celebrities do. You're not a celebrity. You're famous for all the wrong reasons. I can only learn from what I did and try to be better for the future. Words can't prove I've changed. Only time can be my ally for that, and a civil suit from Wizards for the prize money. The experience I went through was quite life-defining for me. Yeah, it defines that your whole life is a pile of shit because you're an asshole. I would like to believe there is good to be taken from it. No, there isn't. From me and others alike. I don't know, chilling effect that you're going to get caught. How about that? I don't know if 18 months was a long enough period to be suspended. It wasn't. I do know it was not. But I am happy to get a chance to show a different side of me. The side that isn't an arrogant prick and a cheating, lying scumbag. Wow, how touching. I love playing Magic and the people playing it. Really? You should be aware of how many other people are cheating. I think saying you love the people is a little... I mean, come on, everybody hates pro players. And I can't get away from it. That sounds like you actually should join a group for that then. I know there is going to be a controversy and negativity. Somebody sent him a link to this video, and nobody wants to be caught on the wrong side of the popular opinion. Ooh, hating on him's pretty popular, yep. But I would still like to invite you all to approach me for a chat. Oh, come on my channel anytime, asshole. Or you know, we could settle it through boxing, like, 'cause that's a YouTube thing. My doctor would advise against it, but I would beat you just on pure rage. I think he's like 6'4" too, but I would probably just knock him out with one punch. Anyway, hopefully we both will have learned something new from each other. Multiple things, actually. Don't be an arrogant douche, don't cheat, and everybody cheats. I would also like to thank those who gave me the courage and advice to get this out. I was and still am terrified of putting myself in the spotlight once again. Oh, I've got you in such a spotlight you just lost hexproof. But I've hurt people with my actions, making them feel weak and vulnerable. No, more like angry and in need of throwing furniture. And it's time I put myself in that position, and hopefully I'll get the chance to prove that in some cases cheaters can change. Nope. Nope. What cheater has been allowed back in the game and fully reformed? I mean, there's one I know of, but like, that's it. Alex was banned, at least 2 times, maybe 3. And I mean, Fabrizio was caught cheating, just not enough for a judge to walk over and say they did it, but there was a sting operation, so they knew he was cheating. So no, I don't think cheaters change until they get caught is the lesson to take away from this, because he didn't just cheat once, not get caught, feel terrible about it, and then write a book 10 years later. He got caught and then he changed, and until then he cheated for a very long time. A lot longer than he's saying in this article, by the way, in my opinion. So yes, the takeaway from this is cheaters will never change. Almost everybody who does well at recurring tournaments back to back to back is cheating, and we need to catch them. We need to double down, triple down, just make it the top priority of every tournament to catch cheaters. Wizards and Channel Fireball won't do it because of image concerns. If, 5 people get caught cheating at all of them, some people will not think, oh, good, they're catching everyone who cheats. They'll think, oh, wow, everybody cheats at these, I better not show up to them. But, well, newsflash, nobody's showing up to the GPs anyway, so maybe you should just catch the cheaters. And, of course, some of the most prevalent cheaters are members of Channel Fireball's own team, so there's a little bit of a conflict of interest there. Anyway, that's rumor and speculation, also supported by actual live stream footage of them cheating on video with illegal hand signals, illegally sharing information with each other, and nobody did anything. No, I don't have a link for the clip, but I'll pay $100 to anybody who sends it to me. Thanks, Jeremy, for not bookmarking it. So anyway, what do you think of Fabrizio, I guess, coming back to play? The funny thing is, in this entire thing, he never said he's coming back to play, but it was kind of implied. He's like, oh, I hope people give me a chance to see that cheaters can change. And he said, I can't get away from Magic. He never said, well, I'll see you at the next Grand Prix, but pretty sure that's what he meant. Okay, so Alex Bercini, when he came back, every single opponent, everybody he walked past, everybody he talked to, every judge that walked over to him, from what I heard, gave him so much shit and treated him like the subhuman trash that he is, that does not deserve to be there. He does not deserve to waste a seat at any tournament ever again. They gave him so much shit that he was just so emotionally distraught after his first time back that he allegedly thought about quitting. And I don't know what happened with that, and this is all hearsay, but just that's how I heard it went down from multiple sources. I really hope that the same thing happens to Fabrizio. If they, in their own head, did 18 months of mental gymnastics to think, oh, it's all better now, maybe people will forgive me. No, they will not. I assure you of that. Have fun at the next GP. Anybody who sits down next to you thinks you basically stole money and an opportunity out of people like me's pockets. Holy shit, I hate you. That's a fun way to start a 50-minute interaction. And FYI, nobody is going to feel bad attempting to cheat against you, so you better have some real sharp eyes, because they're going to be like, well, this guy was caught cheating. If he calls over a judge, is the judge even going to believe him? Oh no, a drug dealer tried to rob me, so I tased him in the face, knocked him out, and stole his wallet. What's he gonna do, call the cops on me? Just from a functional, logical standpoint, he should never step foot in another tournament as long as he lives, because he's gonna catch so much shit and so much crooked playing. People could even just pretend that he cheated, call over a judge after he did nothing, and the judge will be like, oh look, it's Fabrizio. Investigation done. Was not on camera. I just saw him not shuffle and mana weave. That's funny. What evidence do you have that you didn't do it, Fabrizio? Bye. Enjoy your disqualification. You literally can't come back and play Magic. It's not going to work. Just save yourself some time and money and just fuck off. I'll play Yu-Gi-Oh! That's nothing but cheaters anyway. So I was going to make this a 2-parter about another person that just got let back into the game after cheating, but I'm a little bit too pissed off. Oh, and anybody leaves a thumbs down on this video, automatically Fabrizio fan. We're putting that one and one together real quick. So don't embarrass yourself. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time a cheater comes back into the game and everybody loses their shit.